Guys, scientists have proven that there is a nomad gene. And if you find that you simply can't sit still, don't worry. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You just happen to have a specific gene that makes you constantly want to keep moving. And I truly believe there's also a unique entrepreneur gene, which is naturally inherent in successful business people who are always taking action and proactively doing something. I've noticed in myself that this started in childhood. I have always consistently traded my childhood toys for others in a very advantageous and profitable manner. That is, if I liked something, if I wanted something and didn't have it, but the other children around me did, I would always find a little something of mine to offer them in exchange. And as a result, I always ended up having quite a bit more. I had a pharmacy business, I worked with medical equipment and rented out bikes. Here in Phuket, I had a real estate sales company, and in Odessa, I owned cosmetic stores. In Odessa, we were involved with smart apartments. We would buy large spaces and divide them into smaller units. I also had a dining establishment in Koblevo, located in the Mykolaiv region. Now there are a few more business ventures I'm involved in, and there have been many significant losses, but also many substantial earnings. And looking at everything, I see that overall, I'm always in the black. What fields are interesting? What would I get into? Here, you need to look at how much money you have and focusing on what you are naturally good at. If you have a very limited amount of money, you've just arrived and want to start something quickly. Usually the best option is the rental business. Everyone starts doing it, renting out bikes. It's the simplest thing where you don't really need any special skills. Just buy it and rent it out, that's all. The only thing is, it's important to set everything up properly. This is the car rental business. Yes, there's a lot of competition, but there's still room for everyone even now. This is the rental business for real estate. So this is what's on the surface. There's a sea of real estate here, take your pick. And if you're a good manager, this market is yours. There are also less obvious businesses here. Take, for example, our professional laundry services. Our hotel was actually on a long waiting list for 8 full months. We waited 8 months in line just to get service from a high-quality laundry facility. There are only 2 major hotel laundries in Phuket. One is really bad and the other is considered to be more or less decent. So if you truly understand this business and you have a significant investment with 6 or 7 zeros, because it's certainly not a cheap business, this market is for you. You can definitely do this here, and the market is wide open. There are a lot of potential consumers here. These services, construction. Undoubtedly, Phuket is currently being developed and will continue to be developed for at least the next 10 years. Some people say the market is oversaturated. I believe this is just the beginning and good projects are only just starting to appear. In fact, there are very few truly good projects so far. You can count all the good projects in Phuket on 2 hands. No more, guys, no more. There's a lot of mass market and unsellable property here. The market is wide open for IT specialists. This is a favorable environment for living. Many IT companies are relocating their employees here. Legalization is very simple and straightforward. You can declare your taxes openly and pay them above board. So if you have a large IT company, this market is for you as well. What's missing? That's a good question. For example, there are restaurants at every turn now. But how many of them are actually good restaurants? You know, Arkady Novikov, in one of his interviews, he said that one of the biggest disappointments in life is bad food. As someone originally from Odessa who truly appreciates a fantastic meal, I completely agree with that sentiment. When I go to a place and get bad food, it's not just that my mood for the day is ruined. It's disappointment for the whole day. That's why now I only go to places I know, where I know the food will be good, and there are very few of those places. Now in Phuket, restaurants and cafes are just starting to appear, where there is truly professional service, where there is beautifully artistic presentation, where there are deliciously prepared dishes, and where you can sit back, relax, and fly away. Breakfast cafe? There are very few cafes in Phuket that open at 7 a.m. I wake up early. Usually by 7 a.m. I've already finished my walk and I want to go have a coffee or have some breakfast. But in Phuket, it's extremely difficult to do this because only a handful of places are open at that time. Most of them open either at 10 or even at 12. So please, the market is open for you. Entertainment, Strangely enough, I believe that in Phuket, the entertainment market, the entertainment industry is completely open. It was only last year that the first circus appeared here. What are we talking about? There isn't even an amusement park here. Please, this is a fantastic business opportunity. If you were to open it up, open a massive Loro park here, just like the one in Tenerife, okay? There will be an endless stream of customers. Open a Disneyland here, an endless stream of customers. Get yourself some land in the north. It's still available there and still at a very reasonable price. The park will always be full. Sign contracts with tour operators, please. The producer is asking the right questions, and these are the most difficult questions. He says, you're only naming expensive businesses that will be profitable. And of course, it's always easier to make big money from big money than to make big money from small amounts. But it won't be easy. Where should you invest? If you have $50,000 to $100,000, you'll have to hustle, you'll have to work hard. What can you do? For example, you could I still really want to open a car wash. It costs from $50,000 to $100,000, which isn't a large amount. Another very important question we'll face is how to make it widely popular. We'll have two directions to consider. Either we work specifically for foreigners, or we work specifically for Thais. And that's, as they say in Odessa, that's a big difference. That is, it's possible that you even need to make this car wash with different sides. One for Thais and one for foreigners. Thais want everything to be in the Thai way. And they have this Thai style, which we as Europeans don't like. We want some comfort, while they often need something simpler. In Phuket, I came across only one car wash that was more or less like a self-service car wash. Now it's closed. It was located in a bad location. $50,000 to $100,000. A really great direction is a kindergarten. If you're not afraid of responsibility, because working with children is 100% responsibility, and if you understand this field, it's a really cool business. It's an exceptionally lucrative venture, and the payback period can be roughly around 12 months, if everything is carefully managed and properly organized efficiently. If everything is not organized properly, then nothing will work out. Besides that, as someone who had a kindergarten here, I can say there are a lot of nuances. I made a profit, a very good one. I chose to leave this business primarily because of a complete lack of transparency. I'm not going to say whether I was deceived or not. It's just that the reports I was given were not transparent to me. And I decided to leave this business. I left with a profit, and I think I left at exactly the right time. And even now, you can still build this on a package basis. By the way, a super cool business is a school. A school is a fantastic business, honestly. Today, there is a waiting list for a good international school. Just think about it for a second. To enroll your own child for a tuition of 500,000 or even up to 1,000,000 baht, you actually have to wait in a long line. Just imagine that for a moment. And if you convert that amount to US dollars, maybe some people aren't quite familiar with the Thai baht. That is anywhere from 15,000 all the way up to $35,000 just for a single moment. You have to wait in line. If you have investments, a school is not cheap, but you can definitely open one. But if you want an affordable school, by the way, here you go, a cool and inexpensive business, you can open an elementary school. You rent out a piece of land with a completely finished building and assemble and organize 1, 2, or even 3 groups there. Go ahead, teach children yourself. You generate a steady income, continue to expand your reach, add more types of classes, and eventually move to a larger facility. That's a great, great business. Spa. Actually, spa is a complicated business, but there are very few cool, large spas in Phuket. Or for example, you could consider onsens, bathhouses, and so on. Take a look at the local bathhouses. Now, something decent is starting to appear, but to me, it's just wild. Some kind of wildness. We come to a bathhouse like this where 50 or even 100 people are sitting at the same time. Well, to me, it's like Anapa. I don't want to be in a place like that. I can't relax there. It's simply just a hangout, basically. You can go there and socialize with others, but it's completely impossible to relax and unwind there. So I would build an onsen here. I've been to one like that in Bangkok where men and women are separated. There are pools with super hot water, with medium temperature water, with soothingly warm water, and with refreshingly cold water. There's a banya, there's a sauna, there's a hammam, and there's something else as well. In other words, there are a ton of different types there, Everything is done with really high quality. There are common areas where men and women can meet. There are specific designated relaxation zones, where the signs clearly state, guys, you must stay silent here. Everyone is silent here and we come to relax. So we don't come to the banya to party, we come to relax. A business like this would definitely succeed here. Every loss is some kind of, probably a valuable experience, a kind of springboard to reach higher. In other words, we're getting rid of something unnecessary. Actually, the biggest loss that struck me with incredible force, that really slapped me in the face, was losing my pharmacies. I was used to earning very well, but then I was suddenly and painfully brought back down to earth, and it hit me even harder morally, to the point where I completely lost the sense that I was the successful owner of a major company, like I was a director. Analyzing it a few years later, when the emotions had already subsided, I realized why it happened, and it happened for two reasons. First, I kept telling everyone that this business was weighing me down, that I was tired of it, and then it was taken away from me. Second, what I realized is that everything happens for the best. Because now I am here, and here I feel much calmer, more comfortable, and financially, it is much more profitable, 100%. In general, I believe that the Phuket market is open for professionals. It seems to me that in my niche, the competition is the toughest. As you know, if you approach any manicurist or yoga instructor, they will definitely be able to sell you an apartment. Another question is how high quality the consultation you receive will be, which project you choose, and how much money it will bring you. So, even in this specific field, I truly believe the market is wide open. For professionals, there is a lot of money to be made here. It's very comfortable. You can work with full transparency, which is very important, and it's safe here. That is to say, when you earn money here, you can really feel at ease and secure. Guys, write in the comments which businesses you have already started, or which business I haven't mentioned that you think would be interesting. Maybe there's a business you'd like me to talk about, or research, or explain the legal aspects of. Write about it, leave a like, thank you for watching, hit the notification bell, and be sure to subscribe.